So hey, so I thought that you might be interested in seeing what actually goes into making one of these. So I thought I would do one that's a really quick cut. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do a Mickey head that somebody's ordered. So if you look around, you can see this is my little workshop. So I got my little laptop computer over there and all kinds of junk over here on my shelf. There's the slushies that I'm addicted to right there. You'll see I got albums everywhere. This is, oh, well, ignore my raw up there. But anyway, uh, you can see we've got albums. We got some more albums in the other room. This shelf here, this middle shelf, are actually albums that I want to do specific things on. So you'll see there's like, well, any kind of colored album automatically goes into the do something special on album. So, you know, I got a Garland here. I want to do a Judy Garland. We got, you know, Alabama. Oh, wait a minute. That should go into my Broadway albums. Got Alabama, so you know we'll do something with Alabama. Why are all my Broadway albums aren't supposed to be in here? We got Beatles here. Obviously we'll always do something specific on Beatles. You know, you can get the idea. But anyway, we got, you know, Elvis, Eagles, just, you know, all kinds of things that I don't want to just cut anything into. Look, I got a stripper album. Believe it or not, I've actually designed a Kama Sutra clock that I'll put on there, and that one I'll put on eBay, not on my page. Anyway, we just got all kinds of, look, there's some more Beatles albums up here. So anyway, the ones on the bottom shelf right here are actually what I refer to as throwaway albums. They're really not, obviously, but they're albums that, you know, I can cut anything on, anything that the label will be replaced on. Here's a couple more. Here's Disney albums and some more Broadway albums. Back here, these are all throwaway albums. Believe it or not, it is time for me to do a bulk album buy because we're actually getting low on albums. Excuse the mess down here. Anyway, so if you're not bored yet, here's how we do it. So there's my laptop computer, and here's my computer controlled router. So I'm getting ready to cut a Mickey head on this Disneyland Black Beauty album. So I'm going to put it down here on my router, and I needed to secure it to the board, obviously, so it doesn't move while it's cutting. And my husband built this incredible cutting board for me. I don't actually need it for Mickey, but you'll see that some of the bolts are out, and when we do certain cuts, you know, we don't want to, it needs to go all the way across, and we don't want to hit the bolts because that is how we break bits. I buy bits in groups of 10 because I break them constantly, and if I'm out of bits, I am out of business for however long it takes me to get those in the mail. And I break them a lot because I miscount a lot. So this gets secured on here. And need some more. Here we go. At any point that this is incredibly boring for you, by all means, feel free to stop watching. Our middle bolt is actually somewhat larger, so we have specially marked red, which is hard to see, but anyway, I try to keep those separate so that I'm not clawing around for them when I need them. Because a lot of times if we're doing a full portrait or something like that, then the middle bolt will stay out. But anytime I can put it in, I do. So we are secured to the board. So now I'm going to come over here, and there's my trusty computer, and you see I've recently done a castle because that's what's up on here. So I'm going to move into position, which you'll see on here. Here is my reference point for where I want my bit to start, and I've actually already set that up earlier. I won't bore you with how to do that, but I'm going to tell it to go back to that reference point, which I've already used today. Move to 0, 0, 0, and there it is at our reference point. So now I need to load the code for Mickey head. And that is, there's Mickey, right there. So I'm going to open that up. This is just telling the computer. So there's my Mickey head. Woohoo! So I'm going to tell it, yep, we're going to run that file. So it's loading the file, and you'll see it's telling me it's going to take 1 minute to run this particular program. Now it's about to get very loud, so I'm just warning you. Very loud as soon as I hit OK to start the cut. So it's done doing its job. It actually took, you can see, wait a minute, where is it? It actually took 1 minute and 33 seconds, which is not bad. It actually takes longer to set this one up on the board than it does to actually cut it. You can see we came real close to this bolt right here, and I wasn't thinking. Usually I leave this bolt out for Mickey, but I wasn't thinking, and thankfully the bit didn't actually make contact with the bolt, because if it had, you would have seen a picture of the bolt breaking and me throwing up my hands at this point about what kind of day it's been. So taking it off the board, and I actually, because this is a full cutout, don't even have to take the rest of the bolts out for you to see that we now have a Mickey. We have a lovely Mickey. And, you know, I got to clean him up a little bit. This is an easy cleanup when we have things that have a lot of areas and spaces and cutouts, and it takes quite a while to clean up. Wow, this one doesn't even look like it has to be washed. Oh, yes, it does. So, you know, he'll get washed and end up in the drying rack for a little bit, and then he's going to be ready to go because I don't have to replace the label on him. These are the kinds I love, and I don't even mean just the quick cut, but more that where I don't have to replace a label. It's just like a big old vacation, because you cut it, you wash it, you let it dry, you put it in a sleeve, and it's ready to go. This took a minute, a little over a minute and a half. Some of our cuts take way longer. Believe it or not, I think the thing I hate cutting the most is frozen, because it takes 14 minutes and I just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. But that gives you, you know, a little bit of an idea of what we're doing. Let me show you this. I have here this box of items that, you know, when I cut different things out, that I just throw into the box. Like here's a, you know, here's Mickey. I have a ton of these from when we do the Mickey and Minnie cut out, you know, the Happily Ever After. There's Minnie. I got Pinocchio in here. I got Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, or Pinocchio. But anyway, I think I'm going to send you these. And look, there's one of the Hitchhiking Ghost. And whoop, there's Dumbo. There's Dumbo. He's adorable. But anyway, these are things that I think maybe you might be able to, I don't know, and it's really, obviously it's up to you, but that you may be able to use just to give out little, hey, aren't these really cool little samples? So here's my husband's play area. Which, oh yeah, there's some more records there. Which there's a castle that I just did earlier this morning. There's all our shipping boxes. We spend a ton of money on those. Anyway, that's just to give you a little idea of what we do, how we do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you got this far, good for you. And I hope I wasn't so terribly boring. So blessings, my friend. I am looking forward to a fruitful partnership. There's the Pearl Jam clock up there in my husband's office. So blessings, my friend, and we will be chatting long and much online.